Hi everyone, it's Lauren. Welcome back to my channel, guys. I am so happy to be back with y'all. I know that I haven't been able to make a whole lot of videos lately, and it's been mostly due to the fact that I've been really busy with school and finals are finally here, but now I've kind of gotten to like a free point in my day where I can record for you guys and put up a new video. And of course, this one is going to be all about how to survive finals. So I'm going to be talking a lot about kind of my study tips and things that will hopefully help you guys get through your finals season, your finals week, as well as myself, because I'm right in the smack dab middle of it. But I also want to mention that I just recently posted a new blog post all about my study essentials. So if you want to see that, head on over to my blog at simplesouthernbelle.net and check it out so that you guys can make sure you're more prepared. And other than that, make sure you guys are following me on all of my social medias, from Twitter to Instagram, Pinterest, and all of that nonsense. And don't forget to subscribe, guys, because I want to see you back with all my videos. So let's go ahead and get started, because I know you guys are excited to see what kind of tips I have. The first tip I can talk about is finding your study place. I'm someone who loves to study in groups, so I like to round up a lot of my friends and head to the library and find a big table and like camp out there for hours. But some people can't do that. Some people need the library, but they need a special little cubby where they can go sit by themselves, or maybe you like studying in your room in your bed, or you need to sit in the kitchen, or there's lots of different options. Some people really like coffee shops. I'm not a coffee drinker, so sadly that is not my favorite. But, you got to figure out what's going to be best for you and where you can really focus the most. Another huge tip I can say is to remember to take breaks when you're studying. Typically, I will study anywhere between 45 minutes to an hour and then take a 15 to 20 minute break. And that break, I can spend my time doing whatever I want. I can go walk around the library and get a couple laps in, like get my legs moving, or I can go grab a snack from downstairs, or maybe I just want to sit on my computer and play on Pinterest or something, watch a YouTube video. I just find something that gets my mind off of what I'm doing so that I can kind of let my brain relax a little bit so I'm not overdoing myself. If I do decide to go ahead and get a snack, my next tip is to grab something healthy. My school is really good about having like a break room in our library where they offer like crackers and like hot chocolate and coffee and stuff. I love drinking hot chocolate instead of coffee. I feel like it makes me look cooler because I look like I'm drinking coffee like everyone else. But really, it's hot chocolate. Shh, don't tell anyone. But I have to make sure that I'm not drinking too much, because I don't want to get really hyped up on all the sugary drinks and then crash and not be able to get my studying done. So I make sure that I'm drinking a lot of water. I am, eating crackers and like fruit and things like that. I bring that kind of those types of snack items with me to the library so that I'm not tempted to call the pizza man and get 2 pizzas delivered, or, go get Jimmy John's or something like that. My next few tips are going to be on how to actually study. The first tip I can say is, in advance, go ahead and take all of your classes you know when your exams are going to be, and break down the sections that you need to study. So for instance, I would make kind of like a spreadsheet where I'd be like, okay, I know I have 3 exams, so I need to break up each class and break down each of those into the individual chapters that I need to review, and then I space them out from the time I start studying until the exam, so that I know my schedule and I can look at it and say, oh, I've been studying for my math class for an hour now it's time to move on to my communications class, because it's hard to balance everything and make sure you're studying it all instead of just focusing on one class. As for reviewing and learning the information, some of my favorite things are flashcards. These are great for classes like Spanish or like a foreign language, history classes, things like that. Those are great for that, learning definitions and things. So those can be helpful in classes where you have to memorize a lot of different words and definitions. Making a study guide can also be really helpful, going through each chapter and trying to pull out the most important topics and what you remember from the tests, and being able to put that in a study guide so that you can, 1, review it while you're actually making the study guide, and 2, review it several more times once you finish the study guide. The next tip I have is to start trying to create a lot of example questions that you think might be on the exam. So for instance, if you have an idea of kind of what type of questions your teacher really likes to use, or if you have a lot of old test questions, try to create some of your own and pull from those, so you might end up seeing some of those exact questions, and you'll better be able to prepare yourself for what you'll be able to see. Last tip I have for actually studying is reviewing and rewriting your notes. So if you're like me, I like to type up my notes a lot in my classes instead of handwriting them. So I will go back in, read over all of my notes, and then also rewrite them down on paper so that I am, looking at it visually as well as seeing it and writing it physically. That is proven me one of the best ways to really remember information is by writing it down. So I do that, and occasionally I also will go through and read the notes out loud. That typically helps a lot too with kind of remembering information over and over again. Alright guys, that is all of my tips that I have for surviving your finals. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you guys really enjoyed it and you guys are excited to see me back. Fun fact, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I dyed my hair back to brown. This is my natural hair color. So yeah, do you like it? Let me know in the comments. Also, sorry for the voice. I know my voice is going out and kind of cracky. I've been really sick the past quite a few weeks. But yeah. So if you guys have any tips or questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments down below. I would love for you guys to leave comments so that other people can have just an abundance of study tips so that they can really do well on their exams and you guys can bounce off each other. Also, good luck to anyone who has final exams coming up, or if you're in the middle of them. I hope you guys do great. I know you will. You'll make A's, and then we're all going to be really smart, get some 4.0s, and then we can celebrate and have a great time, right? Lastly guys, don't forget to go ahead and check out my blog post at simplesouthernbelle.net all about my studying essentials so that you guys can be super prepared for your finals week. And also don't forget to follow me on my Instagram, my Twitter, my Pinterest, and all that other fun nonsense, because I am always on those and I love seeing you guys and talking to you on there as well. Alright guys, that is it for this video. I hope you had a great time watching it and you learned a lot of new tips. Again, feel free to comment down below if you have any tips that you'd like to add, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys!